I really, really, really hope this works because I'm new to doing 3 different platforms at one time. Happy New Year, everybody. I really want you to what? What you mean? All right, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Waiting for a stream. I just did it. Did it go through? Let's make sure. I'm trying to make sure I'm on Rumble. Yes. Rumble, YouTube, and X live simultaneously. And I'm praying that it's working. I will only know that if I look myself, I guess. Okay. So today, you guys, I am, of course, streaming simultaneously on 3 different platforms because we will have to move from YouTube to exclusively Rumble and X. So if you're following me on X and Rumble, that is how we conclude this without interruption. As you know, it's really difficult to stream a movie, let alone anything anymore, without interruptions on YouTube. So we're going to start things out. I wanted to say Happy New Year to my entire community. I hope everybody had a really safe New Year's Eve. For the first time in my life, I fell asleep beforehand. And I didn't wake up until 10 a.m. We all slept in. It was crazy. It was like something was in the air. First time in my life, I did not get to watch the ball drop. I'm over here like, well, guess what? It's just another day to me. How is everybody? Happy New Year to everybody. All right. If you're just joining, we will be moving exclusively over to Rumble here in a little while. I feel like I want to share some news before we get into this movie. I don't know if you're keeping up with the news. Not like I'm talking, not like ABC, NBC, NBC, Fox News, CNN. I hope you've been keeping up with the news on a non biased platform such as X or Rumble, wherever, whatever your poison, you got to pick your poison. Unfortunately, the powers that be have infiltrated a lot of social media platforms and have silenced a lot of people. Demonetization, let's completely destroy their whole livelihood. Let's completely destroy their entire channels. They can deplatform you. It's all a part of a plan and new laws being signed in under the guise of nighttime where no one's paying attention because we're all focused on what's going on over here. So people neglect to realize, hey, look, we are screwed. It's really terrible. How is everybody today? Happy New Year, you guys. Happy New Year. So please, if you can, make sure you're following me on Rumble or my X account so that you can watch this and you can play a part in this and we can watch it all together. It's unfortunate. I hate the fact that we have built such a massive community and we can't say what we want to. We can't it's not so much as we just want to say what we want to. It's when you're telling the truth, you get punished for it. If you don't align a certain way, you get punished for it. If you don't align with a certain, demographic of people, literally you get punished for it. And there's a great movie out on Salem now, and I use this app. I buy a yearly subscription so that I can get all of my stuff ad free. And I watched Police State by Dinesh D'Souza on there, and man, oh man, that sure does tie into what's going on today. And they just signed in FISA, which is basically they're allowed to spy on us just because. They're allowed to investigate us just because, especially if you are considered a right winger. Ooh, scary. I never thought I'd live to see the day where people who don't have the same political beliefs were literally labeled as extremists or domestic terrorists. Can you believe this? I can't. I can't. But the media and the people that control the media, the powers that be, have demonstrated their ability to do just that, and it's insane. But the more we stick together, the better. All right. Are we live on Rumble? Are we live on X? Let's find out. I wanted to kind of briefly interact with you guys. I did do a I have a new setup. I actually took about a week off, and you would think since I was sick that I would take a week off to nurse myself back to health and to rest. Oh no. Oh no. I was busy doing all kinds of intricate tech work and all kinds of organization and stuff like that. Yes, I am live on X now. All right, let's make sure we're live on the tube. The tube of the ay ay ay, the commie tube. Oh, geez, oh Pete's. Let's look. Let's look. Are we live there? Oh yeah, we are because we're talking. Duh. How is everybody? All right, 159 of you guys. Now keep in mind, I will be switching over to Rumble here shortly. How about Sam Bankman Fried? Have you seen that, you guys? Oh my God. I called it. I knew it was going to happen, and poof, it did. If you're not familiar with Sam Bankman Fried, now he was this cryptocurrency, like little Democrat puppet, right? And he he scammed people out of $1 billion and then donated it all to the Democratic National Party and some to the Republican Party too, which I'm over here going, who got that money? I want to know. But anyways, he was busted, and there's the trial, and all of a sudden they're dismissing the largest charges on this guy built people out of $1 billion. $1 billion. But since he donated it to political parties, hey, all's forgiven. I'm going to donate $1 to the Democratic Foundation, Democratic National Party, and hopefully I won't get raided by the FBI for being a mega Republican extremist domestic terrorist for just speaking the truth. It doesn't make no damn sense to me. I'm over here going, what in the hell has happened to our country? But hey, you guys see it. You see it. So yeah, Sam Bankman Fried actually is getting the charges dismissed after oh my God. What happened to America is beyond me, you guys. What happened to America is beyond me. All right. Hi, everybody. Oh, go ask Bernie Madoff how it worked for him. Yeah, Mr. Bernie Madoff himself. Yeah, Mr. Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme. Twitter, you guys, if or X, it's called. I have that hard time saying X now. If it's formerly known as Twitter. All right, here's my Twitter page, you guys, and it's quite entertaining if I do say so myself. And I'm not trying to be like Trump here, but I kind of am. I'm a big fan of my Twitter feed. It is phenomenal. It's full with a bunch of great people. I follow a bunch of great people. A bunch of great people follow me, and we just post the absolute best. So here's a quick question. Does anybody actually know who's running our country? Because it sure as hell does look like George Soros, Xi Jinping, and Barry. Barry. Have you guys seen the movie Michelle Obama 2024? I highly recommend it. It's $9.99 on Amazon. I bought it. My friend Slim Tito, dollar store Redmond, doesn't understand anything. Just post garbage daily. What is this? Same folks are for yelling, "Oh, look at this crap." Oh, my friend Slim Tito here. Same folks yelling, "Lock her up" at Hillary Clinton for mishandling 2 classified emails. Is that all? Wait, what? 2? What about the other 29,998? And he meant no. Oh, he meant 2 classified email accounts. Mm, there was a lot more than that still, but her and her communist buddies there were actually destroying evidence by pouring bleach on hard drives and smashing cell phones with hammers. But you don't mention that. Okay. Okay. Thank you for posting that, Slim Tito, because it's people like this that literally make our world the way it is. It's people are just literally crazy. I pose the same question. If Clinton didn't have any dealings with Epstein Island, well, how come he had this painting in Epstein's house on Epstein Island? I mean, one could suspect allegedly Allegedly, one could suspect that Bill Clinton was on that island. I mean, it could explain why they're trying so feverishly to keep that client list under wraps. Sometime this week, we're supposed to see it. Here's my fear. While we're all focused and hyper focused, like that submarine, the Titan submarine, we're all hyper focused on the Epstein list, and we're not paying attention to what's going to happen at our southern border. Yeah, I think that is a diversion technique and a tactic that they are going to use. Something big's going to happen, I guarantee you. And it's going to go unnoticed because the Epstein list. We already know the world is full of sickos. We already know that the elite, they covet what they see, they want what they can't have, but they can't have it if the price is, they got the money to do that. We already know this. We know that there are some sickos in politics. I mean, look at Bill Clinton's history. In fact, I posted it. Some lady had the gall to call me sick. I'm like, I'm not the one who was accused of doing that. Okay. More than once. I'm not the one who's a sicko. Oh, because I'm sorry because I exposed it. Oh, wait a minute. Did I say I'm sorry? Because I'm not at all. Like at all. So I want to show you guys what I've posted. Please come follow me. It's fun over here, man. Twitter is fun. Look at me. I'm live. Hi, Jen. Hi. Look at me. Picture in picture. Hello. All right. So I just want to show you guys a quick.
We had an election.
Quickly, I'm sure you have seen it already.
I know you heard.
Benny Johnson and
we had an election.
Other great channels that we have of one Donald Trump, and this was posted January 7th. And this is exactly the time where the people who have been, let's just say compromised, this is exactly what sealed Trump's fate on Twitter. This is what happened, what caused them to block him and ban his account right after this. No kidding. Immediately after. This is what they didn't want you to see. And I saw it, and I'm sure everyone else here did too. But a lot of people out there who still say that January 6th was an insurrection didn't, and you need to see this. But it's kind of too little too late because Trump has been painted as the villain in the media by the media, and I don't believe not a word of it. So here, let's listen to this. 1 minute and 1 second. 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm sorry. 1 minute. Happy New Year.
Hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election.
Yeah, it was.
And everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened, where they could take it away from all of us. From me, from you, from our country.
That quick.
This was a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. We have to have peace. So go home.
Me too.
We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated that are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel, but go home and go home in peace.
Yeah, you see that? Go home and go home in peace. This was literally, I'm sorry, it was January 6th. That was on January 6th. And he posted that like, hey, you guys, what the hell? We are not. And in that video as well, because I remember watching it, in that video as well, he was like, we're not the left. We don't act like this. What are you guys doing? And so, boom, that's what sealed his fate on Twitter because they already pushed a narrative. They have to let that narrative keep going. They have to let it keep building momentum. And it has. And half of the country, well, actually, a little less than half, are still in with their heads in the sand going, I'll believe everything CNN, MSNBC, and the leftist media tells me. It's like I'm watching a bunch of sheep on a cliff, right? And I'm going, don't. And they're just falling off one by one by one. And I can't believe how people could be so easily influenced by the media. Like they got cities burning down. Oh, it's a mostly peaceful protest, guys. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. It's a mostly peaceful protest. I'm over here going, that ain't peaceful. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Now that's peaceful. What the hell? You know what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? I wish I knew. I wish I could comprehend it. I can't. I feel like bumping my head up against a brick wall sometimes. That's probably would make more sense. Bill Gates owns literally he's the largest single landowner of farmland in America. Why is that? Why did this geeky guy? Well, I sure would love to talk to his wife, his ex-wife, I'm sorry, about his dealings. If you could see what's trending.
I know you're hurt.
I'm sorry,
We had an election.
Trump. I'm sorry, President Trump. As you can see, what's trending here on X, I'll blow it up for you guys. It's no coincidence that Epstein is trending right along with Clinton. Oh, oy vey, I wonder why that is. Anyways, Green Day. Green Day actually sparked some fury. Don't want to be an American idiot, but you are, Billy Joel Armstrong, because you are worth $75 million. So don't come over here and say that, oh, I understand the struggle. I hate big government. I'm so punk rock. You have been paid off by the establishment. You make millions and millions of dollars every year. You probably send somebody to the store to grocery shop for you to clean your compound, because you probably have a huge compound that has a big old security fence or AKA wall around it. But hey, I'm sure your guards are armed to the teeth, but here you are. You've went absolute establishment, and I couldn't be ever more disgusted with you, Billy Joe Armstrong, because you are now a mega elitist. And that's the week in news, I guess, you guys. I'm not going to go through any more. Actually, I am. I am going to go through more on my Twitter feed. I was not going to. I was going to go right into this movie, but we'll do that in a minute. I'm arguing with a purple-haired liberal on my Twitter feed. Well, first, this guy was on here and he goes, "What is your hair blue? I guarantee you your hair is blue." And she's like, "No, baby, it's purple." I said this. I knew it. I said, well, the stereotype is real, eh? So I said, I will never dye my hair purple again, because you will never mistake me for one of them. Sorry, not sorry. Oh my God. She's something else. I did post this. This is redacted. Oh, I'm over here. I'm sorry. Redacted had posted about the WEF, aka Mr. Klaus Schwab. Man, that dude sounds straight like Hitler. I ain't gonna lie, man. When I hear Klaus Schwab talk, I get Hitler vibes completely. I something about him. Something about him. He's just weird. So I posted a 13-minute video that was shared by Beck, an American sweetheart. Beck had posted this and I reposted it. So please go check out my Twitter feed. Here, I wish they sold this, because I would buy one in a millisecond. Sleepy Joe action figure, batteries not included. Warning, this item contains socialist. Put batteries in it and it shits itself. Man, this is people. I can't understand how that man got 81 million votes. That was a lie. That was a lie. That was a lot. That was a lot. I posted a plan on how we get America back. It's pretty good. I hope you would look at it, because it makes a whole lot of sense. And here's me talking about Hillary Clinton and Bill on the Epstein. We're talking about how Hillary actually defended two people who were accused of sexual assault of a 12-year-old girl, and she berated the victim. Hospitals in 5 states are bringing back mask mandates. There's this lady here. I didn't mean to tweet it twice, but it didn't come through. Here's how these people have been, indoctrinated to feel about us. These are the Democrat socialists. Brittany Cooper here, the Brittany is the whitest name in probably all of American history, works at Rutgers University, and here's how she feels about whiteys. And I actually retweeted a tweet from her one day on my old account. It was Just Gen Reacts, and they shut me down because I retweeted her. Well, over here, I retweeted her post, and they shut me down for it, calling for the death of people that look like me. And I'm over here going, well, if I was on Twitter saying, which I would never, but if I was on Twitter saying that, uh, I would be probably 6 feet under. I would be crucified. I would be canceled on all avenues. And I would never work a day in my life again. That's how that would work. I mean, I'm just saying, that's just how it is here in America. I did post, I don't know what possessed me to post this long post yesterday, but I woke up feeling kind of defeated with 20 here. This is one of the things that sparked it. Let me see, where is it? Where is it? Oh, Mike DeWine is also a traitor. My governor, he's a traitor. He's a complete traitor. This right here kind of sparked it. I watched this, and you know, I'm watching these angels watching, you know, the elderly people that had to pass away by themselves behind glass, you know, that kind of this that kind of sparked it. Sound of Freedom. What's going on here is just, it's really bad, you guys. It really is. I was feeling some type of way. You know, I really was. Oh, I pinned it to my, man, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm a legit idiot. So I'm sitting there the day before New Year's Eve, yesterday. I'm sitting there in the morning, right? And I'm looking out my window, and I'm just thinking to myself, what in the hell has happened to this country, man? So this is probably one of my best posts that I've ever had. And I want you to take the time to here, you know what? I'll read it for you guys who haven't seen it. And in case you don't have X, this is what I wrote yesterday morning while standing in my kitchen thinking about how the elderly people here in America and our veterans must be feeling. So I said this: imagine being an elderly couple who has been married for half a century or better. You raised your children while your husband worked his fingers to the bone. Imagine your husband risked life and limb to bring home the bacon. Not to mention, he was also in the military, having to be deployed over and over and again, but by the grace of God, he makes it home every time. For decades, you never knew if that phone call would come. You feared every time you'd see a government official driving through the base. Thankfully, that day never came, and he made sure you had your better half, and your children grew up to be amazing adults. Eventually, your children get married and have kids of their own, and you become grandparents, and eventually, great grandparents. You have had one amazing life, but life has seen its fair share of tragedy. You lose your parents. Your husband has been to war. You have been through hell and back, yet here you two are. You live off a fixed income. Just a few years ago, things were great. Groceries were affordable. Utilities weren't as expensive as they are today. You and your husband survive off of his benefits, and you had no other choice than to refinance your home so your grandchildren could go to college. It was your gift to them after all. Your husband's benefits barely cover it all. You fear the day your utility companies send that notice of rate increases. After all, it's more likely than your husband not making it back from war. You're barely scraping by as it is, yet you live to see the country get invaded by illegal aliens from all over the world. None of these aliens fit the criteria of seeking refuge. They're here simply because Biden said they could. News travels fast, and you learn these illegals get up to $10,000 simply for crossing our borders. They get nearly $5,000 per month. That's way more than you get. Not only did your husband pay into taxes and Social Security by working 55 freaking years, but he also served this country a few more times than you could count. That's the America under this administration. That's what Joe Biden has done on day one. his family are going to be set for generations to come while we all struggle to make ends meet. And he's not the only one. Nearly every single last political leader are multimillionaires, yet they have the balls to scream about Trump being too rich, about Trump being too rich. GTFOH. You have to ask yourself, how do they become so wealthy? We all know how Trump did it. He worked for it. But how did Barack Obama go from being worth 600K to being what he's worth today? How did Nancy Pelosi make $129 million on a salary of $179,000? Two words come to mind: corruption and crime. I forgot a third: greed. Imagine seeing illegals being treated better than not only our veterans, but every single last American who has been born on U.S. soil, including children. They, our government, is cutting funding from police departments, sanitation facilities, and even schools to fund literal invaders. Veterans are being kicked out of assisted living homes to make room for invaders. Luxury hotels are filled to the max with invaders. You never thought you'd live to see America see an invasion on this scale, but here we are. Illegal aliens are being treated better than our own, and our own government isn't helping. They gripe on Twitter, yet no one is standing up for us. Never in my life have I ever seen corruption on a mass scale like we do today. The House GOP and the GOP, along with Ronna McDaniel, make millions too. So it's not just the DNC who have their hands in the cookie jar. It's all of them. With that being said, they are doing absolutely nothing about fixing this. You mean to tell me they can't stop America from being invaded? You mean to tell me they can't lower the gas prices, the utilities, or the groceries? Why during Thanksgiving Biden announced that gas would be $1.79 a gallon, and it happened like that? I'll tell you why. They are all working together to destroy us all. Hashtag God help us all. I don't know what sparked that in me. Perhaps I have had enough. I have had enough of what's going on. I have had enough of seeing people who don't belong here be given every resource that Americans can't even get, that they have to fight for, that they have to stay single. They can't even be in a two-parent household in order to get help with groceries or their utilities. Nothing. They can't even get free health care. It's disgusting. And it's a part of a globalist agenda to get people dependent on the government. Because if you're dependent on the government, are you going to go against the government that you depend upon? No, you're not. It's relatively sad. It's sad and it's disheartening. And the only way that we can start fresh is to get Trump in there. I don't care if you like the guy or not. If you want to see America return to normalcy, if you want sanity back, that's the only way. You have to ask yourself, why is the DNC endorsing and funding Nikki Haley, a Republican? Why? It doesn't take a brain scientist like Dr. Ben Carson, and what a glorious man he is, to figure it out. I am no Ben Carson, but even I could see what's going on there. It's a very, very good post. I don't know what I had a burning desire and I had to post it, and I'm glad I did. And I don't feel sorry for doing it. What I feel sorry for is seeing the people in the comment section who are struggling. The veterans, the widows of the veterans, the elderly people that are like, what do I do? That's what I'm sorry about. And then we have the few dimwits over there going, this doesn't happen. This isn't happening. Ha ha ha. Why are you living off your parents? Are you living off your parents? Is that why you have no soul here? Are you looking at these people who are struggling as if they don't even exist and laughing in their faces? Yeah. But with the internet, I guess you're always going to be bringing out the assholes. All right. So I bought this movie and I installed the Salem Now app on my phone, and I did pay $69 or $65.99 or something per year to do it. And I want to share it with you because a lot of us have we watched it all unfold, right? We watched it all unfold, and then we watched the media and the left spin the biggest web of lies that we've ever seen. To literally, I don't know how anybody could look at J6 and then ignore the riots that happened of the summer of 2020 and the insurrection, the real one that happened in DC when Trump had to be escorted through the back halls of the White House because Antifa and BLM were literally burning the place down. They burnt a church down, but they don't say nothing about that. They don't say nothing about the 5 Dallas police officers that died. They don't say nothing about David Dorn, the retired sheriff who was just protecting his friend's pawn shop during a BLM Antifa riot. He was killed. He was a black life. Did that matter? No, his black life didn't matter at all, did it? Oh, it makes me so angry. How dare you? How dare you ignore all of that? When I can't ignore it. It came to my city and they destroyed it. I'll never forget it. Never. All right. So it's over here. I keep doing that because I'm used to doing it over here. I don't know when YouTube's going to shut me down. So I'm going to take the initiative myself. And what I'm going to do is the first few minutes of this video, I will pause it seldomly and put in some input. And then what I will do is we're leaving YouTube and we're going to Rumble and X exclusively because there I could play it all uninterrupted. I will never apologize for being passionate about my country. Never. I will never, ever, ever look at my country and go, oh, this place fucking sucks. Regardless of what's going on right now, I still love this land more than anything. And we have a duty to literally save it. And if we don't, I don't think I could live here no more. You guys, I could be 100% honest with you. If Trump does not get back into that White House, I don't see myself being in America anymore. And I'm not like one of those people who virtue signals on the internet. I'll actually do it. And so it begins.
Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Oh, outstanding.
Here to support our president.
Is today a day in history?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
God
I'm
bless.
going to give this to my grandchildren.
Jersey. Trump brings me out here, man. Trump. God bless, man. Where are you from?
New York City.
What brings you out here, man?
You know what? It's Trump.
Here to take our country back. Be able to have the choice to stand up.
There's an estimated over 3 million people here today. So despite what the media tells you, boots on ground definitely say something different. There is a sea of nothing but red, white, and blue, and patriots and Trump. And it was amazing to get to see the president talk. We are now walking down the inaugural path to the Capitol building. 3 million plus people.
Now, That's Ashley Babbitt.
God bless America, patriots.
So I'm going to back it up a little bit because I didn't mean to cut her off.
We are now walking down the inaugural path to the Capitol building. 3 million plus people. God bless America, patriots.
So there is the ever so dangerously painted by the left as one of the most dangerous people to be at the Capitol that day. Now, the new footage that's come out, you see, well, undercover police officers, federal agents who were dressed as Trump supporters, breaking the windows. She went in a window and was shot in her throat. So dangerous. So how come no BLM or Antifa rioter was shot in their throat? Oh, wait. During the Kenosha riots, 3 of them tried to attack a 17-year-old armed with an AR-15, a kid that was actually asked to come protect car lots from rioters and looters. He took out a couple, child, predators. That's probably one of the only times you'll ever see a BLM or Antifa, getting owned by a bullet. But hey, this woman here, they were all let in, escorted by Capitol Police. For anybody who says that January 6th is still an insurrection, you don't belong here. Go on and watch the footage that the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, posted. Go watch it for yourself. It's right there. But I forgot, because the people that have been propagandized by the left can see video evidence and go, oh, but the media told me. That's not true. Don't believe your lying eyes. Fucking bullshit. People are fucking retarded is what it is. That's what it is. Y'all been retarded. There it is. Hope, yeah. Wow. Boy, is that true. Coming from Truman himself.
This is treason.
Here's the media lies.
Scaling walls, smashing windows.
Armed protesters could be taking to the streets, causing trouble.
A terrorist organization.
We, the FBI, view as domestic terror.
Domestic terrorists. All Trump followers, racists.
In the crowd, perhaps around 20 people
Whoa,
joined in screaming.
Whoa. Now, I have to stop this man because he's about to drop the big ol' N-bomb. And he's painting Trump supporters as all racist. So I have to warn you, I should probably turn this down really quickly before we get literally hammered. I'm going to mute what he says because it's not true, number one. And number two, it would probably get me banned off YouTube. All right, there we go. Now on to Dumb and Dumber. Joe and the Garden Tool. There you go. PBS. PBS is one of the worst. I don't know what happened to them.
And deadly assault.
You thought you were going to be raped.
Oh my God.
This is not a protest. This is an attack on America.
January 6, 2021, domestic terrorist attack.
The insurrection at the Capitol.
That was an insurrection.
Insurrection.
Worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War.
I think the issue is, what do we need to do to make sure that our enemies and that terrorists cannot establish safe havens?
Mr. Searcy, thank you for attending this hearing today. I understand that
you
attended the insurrection riot on January 6th. Yeah, I attended. So what? What exactly did you do while you were there? I walked around a lot. I saw a lot of people praying. I saw a lot of people singing. Really? I saw a lot of people waving flags and singing the Star Spangled Banner and
Damn.
saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Is there any reason that you can give this committee today as to why we should not throw you in jail right now without bail for being a white supremacist, racist, terrorist, insurrectionist? Does this thing work?
You did not tell the truth, and you tried to cover it up.
And you're not a Native American either. So shut up.
Do you think that massacre was a fabulous achievement?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, it's outrageous.
Witness reclaiming my time.
I never expected a day to be quite as emotional for me as it has been.
Yeah,
I
right.
yield the remainder of my time to
Liar.
one of the other fine communists up here on the...
1 year ago, I was waitressing in a taco shop.
Reclaiming my time.
Put your mask on.
I came here on January 6th because I love this country, and that's why I'm here now. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. Bailiff,
Lordy,
please handcuff
Lordy,
her,
Lordy.
Cersei, and then bark at the hole.
Nice. So now, you guys, I hope you know that was satiric. It was satire. I literally posted a satire video and TikTok, and these people are literally this dumb. I posted in the title, this is satire, but I know it's satire, but it's too good to share. Then in the video, I wrote, thank God this isn't real, but I still got to share it anyways because it's funny. And then in the comment section, I wrote, hey, this is AI. This is satire. People still were like, you are so guilty of spreading misinformation. Oh my God, you guys, I'm over here like you guys are a bunch of fucking leftist fucktards that have no fucking hope whatsoever. You were working on 2 brain cells before you were indoctrinated, and now you're working on maybe a half of a brain cell because it's right here. Oh my God, people are just ridiculous. So that was satirical. It was just comedy, but it's basically like what's going on here. People singing the Star Spangled Banner. Oh my, they said the Pledge of Allegiance. No, not the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh my God, they were waving flags. Huh? They were singing. Oh my God, they're terrorists. Get out. Get out. Get out. Just get out. Just get out of our country. Go.
I'm Nick Cersei. On January 6, 2021, I went to Washington, D.C., along with multitudes of other Americans because we believed that the election was stolen.
I hope you can get a sense of the scope of what I'm seeing here. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of Americans here. They are here because they love this country.
3 million people.
I'm getting bumped in my privates by people I never even met in my life.
It's like,
Sounds like a great
this
time.
little bit here is here's the Capitol and here's people going in there. They didn't show all of this out here.
That day, it was 2 million. I mean, like, no question.
But I would say roughly 2 million people. We're singing gospel songs and we're waving flags, and that was the general feeling of the crowd.
People who weren't there can't imagine being in the middle of how many people are there. I mean, when the Bible talks about a sea of people, that's what it was like.
I saw people of all colors, races, creeds, Asian Americans for Trump, blacks for Trump. I even saw a guy wearing a shirt that said fags for Trump. And since I'm from California, I knew that guy. I saw people praying, singing songs, dancing.
And if we will repent and pray, he will hear our prayers.
It didn't look like a riot. It looked like a tailgate party.
None for Trump. Look at that.
Most of the people that I saw there were my age or older. They couldn't have been armed to the teeth because their teeth were false.
I said as long as Trump or people stand, the rest of America will stand.
And just look at these domestic terrorists driving their tactical vehicles into battle.
Ma'am, what brings you out here today?
Love of country, God, and Trump.
That's
We're all
right.
here.
Oh, yeah, you got to take your shoes off.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
An insurrection? Armed with what? Flags, selfie sticks, and iPhones? What are
Yeah.
they talking about?
Yeah, that's it.
And why didn't the media ever show you this?
Ooh, I love it. Nick, yes, Nick Searcy, man, what a patriot. 3 million people. That is more than the Million Man March. It's more than any Democrat could draw in. They knew Trump drew a crowd. They knew people loved their president. They knew when we all went to bed, Donald Trump was winning. Sometime like a thief in the night. Well, y'all know the story. Wonder how that happened. Well, I love the fact that all of these liberals are going, Russia, Russia, Russia. Oh. You don't see Vladimir Putin is at the WEF with Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and Barack Obama and Xi Jinping and Justin Trudeau and all of these people who want world to be one, to have the new world order, to have global dominance. You don't see they're all together. How could you be that dense? How could you be that dense? I urge you, go watch Klaus Schwab and listen to his speech. Go read his book because he says it all in black and white. They saw that Donald Trump and the people on January 6th were there. They're patriotic. We wanted a recount. We are allowed to question the outcome of an election. That's our rights. That's our rights. They see all these people as a danger because these are the people that can't be brainwashed. These are the people that will not abide by the leftist globalist agenda. And that is why we are danger. Ooh, we love our country. Wow. Ain't that something? We value our constitutional rights, our inalienable rights. They're our God-given rights. We should stand up for them. But then they have their little minions over here. That is such an insurrection. Oh my God, look at that. Look at those terrorists. You literally said nothing when Joe Biden funded Hamas, so shut the fuck up. There's that. All right, this is what the media has never showed us before. I can't wait to show it to you. I can't wait.
So where are you from? What brings you out here?
We're from Illinois. Half the country feel that this election was stolen.
Came out from Seattle, Washington. Just came. I'm one of the people. I'm one of the politicians to know that we know they stole it.
We naively thought that there's so many of us here. Surely Mike Pence will say, hey, we need 10 days to go back to the state legislatures and make sure these are the real results.
Wanted that election certified.
Retired federal people, they've been studying the issue of election fraud, and they were telling me to watch out for if you see any election counting get stopped on November 3rd, that will be a sign that they're trying to cheat.
They had to suspend tabulation for a while until they could.
And then on election night, it happened.
Pennsylvania, President Trump is up 600,000 votes, and yet they're saying they're not going to resume counting.
That's one of the most frustrating things has been for me talking to people about this, where they go, the courts threw it all out. There's no evidence.
And he lost in 61 straight cases in federal court and state court. In the
Am I
lowest court
correct in saying that no court has actually looked at the evidence?
there's no court that I've found that ever had an evidentiary hearing, brought in witnesses, brought in the exhibits, and weighed all of the information and made a decision. Having been a judge and a chief justice, I know that's what needed to occur. When you have cowards on the courts that won't take up these matters that are in controversy and resolve them, they create chaos out of that.
Yeah,
Happy
hi.
New Year,
This is Nick
Angela.
Searcy. I'm calling on behalf of about 79 million people. I'd like to speak to one of the Supreme Court justices. Yeah, it's about that thing about you just wouldn't take the case about the election for lack of standing. Well, I'm standing right here. I'm right in front of the building.
I think that's great, because guess what I'm doing tomorrow? Guess what I'm doing tomorrow? I'm calling Governor Mike DeWine tomorrow, and I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. How dare you? How dare you say you're a conservative? How dare you? Not only did you overwhelmingly allow abortion to pass in this state, which was wrong because we literally legalized late-term abortion here in Ohio, but you went against what you said. You ran on, I will never make marijuana illegal. You did that. I remember. I'm not stupid. That's why I voted for you. I indulge here and there, but still, man, I don't believe in legalizing drugs at all. I'm sorry, not sorry. And marijuana can be considered a drug or not. I don't care. It's still, he went against what he said. He campaigned on this and then he lied. So what does he do? What does he do? He literally vetoes a bill that says children cannot consent to mutilating themselves, to gender affirming care. He said, oh, well, I don't care if you don't want a man in your bathroom. I don't care if you don't want to compete against a man in sports. I am paid off. So I'm calling him tomorrow morning. And if you live in Ohio, I highly recommend you do the same. You do the same, or we're opening up impeachment against you, Mike DeWine, and I will lead the crusade. I don't give a shit. I'll die on the cross. I don't care. I'm so sick and tired of this, man. I'm sick and tired of these people. They pretend to be something they're not, and then when they get into office, they completely flip. And I can't stand a flip-flopper. And Mike DeWine, you are a flip-flopper. Fucker, asshole. Can't believe I voted for him. Just like Obama, I'm having voter's remorse. Can I take it back?
Hello? Hello?
What was January 6th? If it wasn't an insurrection, what was January 6th?
What January 6th
Oh.
was actually an overwhelmingly
Amanda.
peaceful march. These are
Love
people
salty
who
cracker.
were frustrated by a stolen election, frustrated by a media that is corrupt, frustrated by an education system that seeks to teach their children to hate them.
What do you think's at stake today?
Oh, the
Everything.
future of our country, everything. This
Everything.
is it. Republican Party is going to be the Patriot Party. And we are not going to be the Republican Party where it's a do-nothing freaking party. Those days are over.
It was very orderly.
He said, who's willing to fight for America?
Everyone was very friendly.
Hold on. I'm going to rewind that lady. I'm going to rewind that lady in the beanie or in the winter hat, whatever. I think that is a beanie with a little ball on top. I have to rewind that because that our government forgets that they work for us. They forget that. They do whatever the hell they want to, and they seemingly forget that they work for the people, by the people. They forget it. They need to be reminded of it. They do. This lady here, she really does get it. And Mitch McConnell, man.
Yeah, hi. This is Nick Searcy. I'm calling. Hello?
What was January 6th? If it wasn't an insurrection, what was January 6th?
What January 6th was actually an overwhelmingly peaceful march. These are people who were frustrated by a stolen election, frustrated by a media that is corrupt, frustrated by an education system that seeks to teach their children to hate them.
What do you think's at stake today?
Oh, the
Everything.
future of our country, everything.
Listen
This
to
is
me.
it. Republican Party is going to be the Patriot Party. And we are not going to be the Republican Party where it's a do-nothing freaking party. Those days are over.
It was very orderly.
He said, who's willing to fight for America?
Everyone was very friendly.
Everyone was kind of singing and happy and joyful. There was people breaking out into like patriotic songs.
Red guiders through the night with the light from above.
Trump is my uncle. I'm going to stand behind him for the rest of my life.
It was the most beautiful experience that I have ever witnessed in my whole life.
It was
A sea
unity.
of people and all different shades.
Love him.
From dark brown to light white. I mean, everybody you can imagine.
I saw a rainbow of people, Black, white, Chinese, Italians, Latinos.
Trump is my president for life.
Saw a Orthodox Jewish guy with a blowing a shofar. Yeah, it was just it was amazing.
We're out here standing in full effect for our president and for America and for our way of life to let them know that we're not just going to let the election just slip out from under us. We're just not going to let that happen.
We're from Minnesota and we're out here to support our president and our country.
But when I watched the news, it didn't look anything like what I'd seen.
And I rise in support of the article of impeachment against Donald J. Trump.
Oh, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Do you know why? Do you know why they did what they did? I think there was a plan before that. I think it was all set in stone. Nancy, Mitch McConnell, what's that other? Chuck Schumer. I think they were all in cahoots. I think a lot more of them. Hillary, I think everybody was in on this shit. I think this was a pre-plan. You know what you see, what they just showed us? The media didn't show anybody any of that. We had Vietnamese for Trump, blacks for Trump, gays for Trump, black for Trump, Italians for Trump. They seen unity. They seen all of the races coming together, and that right there is what they are afraid of the most. They scream unity all day long, but they don't want it. That is so scary to them that they have painted Donald Trump as a white supremacist since day one, since he announced he was running for president as a Republican. If he would have ran as a Democrat, he would have been on a throne with they would not have attacked Trump the way that they've had he said, I'm a Democrat. The reason why they did this is because he was like, yo, I got dirt on you. Guess what? And what happened the first term will not happen a second term, and they know it. Tick tock, tick tock. Time is running out. When they see so many people of so many backgrounds coming together, regardless of what you have painted him as, people, they forget that the older generation knows Donald Trump, knows what he has done for Jesse Jackson when he ran for president, for Rosa Parks, for Martin Luther King Jr.'s family. They already know what he's done. You can't paint him as the racist that he is not when we have seen it. We have seen him absolutely just destroy that narrative by the way he lived his life, how he lives his life. So when they see a bunch of people who can't be fooled, that is why we're labeled as extremists. That is why we're labeled as dangerous. That is why we are labeled as domestic terrorists. Can you fucking believe that they literally label us as terrorists? The same people that cut heads off of babies, that rape women and children, that kidnap people and hold them hostage, that blow fucking buildings up. Could you believe that they labeled us the same as the people who hijacked the planes or didn't on 9/11? They literally are claiming that we are terrorists. Are you kidding me? Why? Because we challenge a school board when they're teaching our children that they could. Whoa, we didn't even get into that today. No. Patriotic, yes. Love for our country, hell yes. Support for Donald Trump, you fucking bet. It's ridiculous. So we've been labeled as domestic terrorists, and I'm afraid that I have to move on to Rumble because I want to play this whole video uninterrupted with you guys. So if you are not following me on Rumble, I will link that right now so that you can go to Rumble. Here is my link. Now, the only way that you can watch it live other than Rumble is on X. I'm streaming it on X. And everything is on my About page. If you don't know it, it's at Reacts Jen. That's it. 2 simple words. I'm sorry I have to leave YouTube, as you already know why. But we're going over to Rumble now. So I hope I see you all there. I am ending this right now. Remove this.